Attention parents, what you're about to see is not suitable for kids. Shoot, it's not even suitable for some grown-ups. You might want to walk away now if you ain't into these type of things.
I'm going to give the people what they want. Sensation, horror, shock.
I'm gonna deliver the goods because I'm alive and I'm not backing down.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Oh boy.
Hola, creepos! Welcome to the only show about creeps, by creeps, for you creeps. We're in Vegas, we're live. I hope all of you watching and listening to this heard that applause by this great crowd. Thank you for coming tonight. How are you? I can't do a creep off. I can't do a creep off without my good friend and co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for my little German boy, Karl. You look good!
What is happening, Vinnie Paulino?
Karl, we are back in Las Vegas, really the second home of the creep off. I mean, murder capita, it goes Rochester, Vegas, and it's perfect. Thank you for being here. We have a great show, a packed show for you today. I don't want to tease anything, but we got some Karl's Cop Cam coming up.
Boy, do we.
We got some Pedo Hunter Theater coming up. But most importantly, we have a competition because that's what this show is. For those of you who don't know, Karl, explain it to everybody.
All right, so what we do every week is we try to find the creepiest person in a specific category, and then Vinnie and I present who we think the biggest creep is. You find folks, go to thecreepoff.com and vote for who you thought brought the bigger creep. Once somebody gets to 5 wins, they win that round, and the other person has to spin the dreaded Wheel of Consequences, which leads to things like me wearing lederhosen at a live show.
Oh shit, I forgot the consequence. Why don't you introduce our results girl who's going to tell us who won our last episode, Creepiest Electrician, and then we're going to explain what tonight's stakes are.
All right, so what we do is we always bring in our results girl at the beginning of the show, and we actually have a local results girl here with us today. One of our favorites on the Creep Off, Mahalia, is in the house. Get up here, Mahalia. Give her a nice round of applause. Oh, she's stunning. Always stunning. She seems to live in a really big house. I don't know what she does for a living, but I do know there's a lot of women who make a good living here in Vegas.
Hi,
for various reasons.
So the last time we did an episode was 2 weeks ago because we kind of got our YouTube channel suspended last week.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, we flew a little too close to the sun, and we decided to watch Hulk Hogan on the A-Team. It was worth it. It was worth it. So we need the results from 2 weeks ago. Mahalia, would you let us know who won? It was who was in it? Tell everybody the details.
We do need the results from last time, and it is an honor to be here to announce them.
Just a little closer. A little closer.
A little closer.
A little closer.
We're all friends here.
Little bit. A little bit. There you go.
This week's results, the winner, bringing the creepiest electrician and coming in with a whopping 52% of the vote, Mr. Karl Hamburger.
Oh, yeah! Suck it, Vinnie! Suck it! Thanks, guys. Thanks for voting for me.
Listen, I lost a point. You're sitting here wearing lederhosen. Feel happy.
All right, fair enough. I need some victory today, all right?
No.
Just needed something.
Yeah, well, I hope you don't get another one because today's show is a competition. Our category is Biggest Creep in Las Vegas. And there are going to be stakes because you folks in this room are going to determine today's winner. And one of us will be wearing this lovely t-shirt. Mahalia, I'll have you show it to everybody. For the rest of the night, for all of our appearances on later shows. Actually, you might just have to wear that on the plane home because you need to wear the lederhosen for everything. That T-shirt costs $70 on Fremont Street.
I'm sending that to Aaron Imhold after this.
I was actually shocked that T-shirt, that tasteless T-shirt, cost so much.
Fuck off. No one's buying this shit.
I know, they were.
You probably got it for a blowjob.
They were literally surprised. Like, you really want that? And I was like, yes. So, Mahalia, we're going to bring you back at the end of the show. We are going to do an applause break with you folks. You're going to decide who wins. So, thank you, Mahalia. Get lost.
Thanks, Mahalia.
Now, we are going to, whenever we do a live show, we always have a special guest referee.
Yes.
Yes. So today's special guest referee, she made her debut on the Creep Off a few weeks ago and really enjoyed having her, and she's here today. And we love her. Put your hands together for Lucy Tightbox, everybody. Wherever you're comfortable, sit with whoever you like more.
Oh, no. Right in front of the gay shirt? Jesus.
All right. I understand.
Don't act like a prude.
Karl, you won. That means you get to go first today.
That's correct.
Would you like to present your creep? Go right ahead.
Vinnie, go ahead and post the photo. I have a mugshot here of Nathan Berquette. Now, Nathan Berquette was born in Mississippi in 1946. He had polio as a child, which caused him to walk with a limp as an adult, and he was given the name Crypto. This is going to be another win for the toe. Between 1976 and 1979, he was arrested for battery, domestic violence, kidnapping, robbery, disorderly conduct, and rape in Las Vegas. In April of 1978, he raped and then strangled 22-year-old Barbara Cox to death. He left the body near his apartment, and Burquette's girlfriend actually found the body. Police questioned him, but he was wasted at the time, and he just kept saying, I was talking about
Best alibi you could have, alcohol. I don't know anything.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about it. And so the cops brought him home because he was so wasted, and then they didn't have anything on him, so he never got questioned again for it. He ended up moving back to Mississippi in 1980, and in April of 1982, he doused his mother with gasoline and burned her to death. He was arrested on capital murder, but was downgraded to manslaughter, and he was sentenced to 20 years.
Why would it be cannibal murder if he set her on fire?
Capital murder.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cannibal murder.
I was more wondering what she did.
Yeah, I know. What a bitch, right? So he gets 20 years in 1982 for burning his mother to death. In 1992, he's released from prison, and it's back to Vegas, baby! Let's go party it up. In February of 1994, Berquette raped and strangled 27-year-old Tina Mitchell right near where he did it to Barbara Cox 15 years earlier. It's like old times. A few months later, in May, he murdered 32-year-old Althea Williams and hid her body in the exact same place that he left Tina Mitchell. Little sloppy is what he's doing here. August 19th, 1999, 33-year-old Bridget Thomas went missing in Las Vegas. Berquette was considered a prime suspect, but they never found the body and they never had any evidence for it. September 4th, 2002, he lured 41-year-old Valetter Bowsley behind a church where he tried to rape her. He's getting older, so he's not as good at it as he used to be. But he did manage to strangle her to death.
Oh, no.
So he still's got that down.
Wait, what does a failed rape look like?
I'll show you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
My room is 1858.
Excellent.
All right, come visit. This time, though, there was a witness. But this witness was cool, because this is Vegas, you know? You don't really like to say anything until you go to jail, and then you start talking. So all of a sudden, this guy's like, by the way, I saw some shit go down you guys might want to know about. And he said he saw that chick go behind the church with Berquette, and then 10 minutes later, Berquette walked out by himself. So it seemed a little suspicious, the way that worked. So,
well, when they asked him about it, he just went, oh.
Berquette was arrested and convicted of voluntary manslaughter with a 6-year prison term. He was required to submit a sample of his DNA to be stored on file.
That's
in
never good.
2009, he's in his early 60s. He's released and he moves back to Mississippi. Well, that's when in 2010, the sister of Barbara Cox, the woman he murdered in 1978, went to the Las Vegas Police Department, to the cold case team, and said, "Can we solve this thing with my sister? It happened like a while ago, but I think you guys should check it out." So a forensic investigation tied Cox to the murder, and then they realized that 1994 murder that happened in the same place was him as well. And so I have a little clip of the press conference from the investigation, if you want to play that video for me, Vinnie Paulino.
As a result, we identified now 65-year-old Nathan Berquette as that person who committed that murder upon Barbara Ann Cox back in 1978.
That's some bad chroma key.
Our investigation didn't end there. Our investigations continued with other homicides that we were investigating, and we came upon another discovery. And that discovery was in 1994, Tina Gail Mitchell, who was 27 years old at the time, was also a victim of a murder. That discovery led us to Mr. Nathan Berquette. We saw early on, when we got the results back regarding DNA, that there was a potential problem here, meaning we may have a serial killer here in Las Vegas.
So because of that stupid, pesky DNA, they realized that this guy was a serial killer. He's living back in Mississippi, living out his life, you know, having a good old time. And sure enough, they extradited him back to Nevada. And in 2018, he pled guilty to 2 counts of second-degree murder. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. But
that's it?
The family was not happy about this, Vinny. In fact, there was a local news story, if you want to play my 2018 conviction video that I gave you.
Yes, sir.
New tonight, a suspected serial killer pleads guilty to 3 cold case murders in Las Vegas.
Police say the women were all strangled and assaulted before their bodies were dumped right near the killer's apartment.
13 Action News anchor Masa Saidi is live in studio. Masa, the family of one of the victims, says they are still waiting for justice tonight.
Yes, Todd, Trisha, her name was Barbara Ann Cox. Her family says after waiting for more than 40 years, they wanted a trial and a first-degree murder conviction.
These women were strangled, and their bodies were dumped.
A violent end for these 2 Las Vegas women, and authorities say they weren't the only victims. Shortly after making an arrest in 2012, Metro detectives released this YouTube video saying they believe Nathan Berquette was a serial killer.
He's an animal. He would pick his victims, and it appears that through a fit of rage, he would act on these victims ultimately to their demise.
That was the only sister I had. You know, I loved her. She didn't deserve that.
Barbara Ann Cox may have been killed in 1978, but tonight, decades later, her sister and niece are still dealing with extreme pain and grief.
The effect goes on and on and on. It just hasn't stopped.
The brutal crime replaying in their minds for 40 years. After DNA evidence linked Berquette to Cox, the family says they thought they would finally have their day in court. Tonight they are angry after prosecutors offered Berquette a deal and he pled guilty to second-degree murder.
He was watching her and he got her. How is that second-degree murder?
He just didn't care at all. He had no remorse.
Tonight, the Review-Journal is reporting prosecutors decided against the death penalty after learning Berquette had dementia, and they expect he'll die in prison. For now, Cox's family chooses to remember her life and legacy.
He already forgot it.
Always just a lot of fun, bubbly, and she always had one of us girls with her at all times.
You don't remember that shit. She's been dead since 1978. And you know what? He would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for these meddling kids going to the police and saying that we should be checking into this 1978 case. Well, I have some good news. Now, Dr. Fauci, he might be guilty of taking out a lot of good people, but he also got some that deserved it. January 19th, 2021, COVID got him. And he died.
Sorry.
He died in the Northern Nevada Correctional Center. That is my creep, Nathan Berquette, the serial killer of Las Vegas, which I have not found one true crime show that's covered this guy. Still the greatest true crime show on the internet, The Creep Off.
Amen, brother.
Vote for Karl.
I would like to thank Karl for another lazy presentation where he made us watch a long video.
What the fuck?
And a live show. We got to sit here and watch Dateline, Karl? What the fuck is this? So, folks, let's get after the salacious shit. I can speak English sometimes.
It's early.
What, do you have my teeth in your mouth?
I was chewing on a battery earlier. So this is my creep. This is Rick Van Teal. This is a picture of him from one of his lovely productions. We had to blur out part of it there, as you could tell.
Why?
Well,
Is that where Fido is?
to be fair, I didn't want to see what was under there, so I just left it at that when I found that still picture of him. He is a former adult film star. Now, I use the term star loosely because I don't think he's been in anything anyone has seen. He spent a lot of years out here in Vegas filming pornography, and during that time, he found himself a new hobby. See, he learned that in America, you don't have to follow any rules if you're a sovereign citizen.
That is true.
Yeah, so like if you are a sovereign citizen, the government needs to stay out of your way, and you pretty much have a license to do whatever you want to. Now, when you take that philosophy and you mix it with making pornography, sometimes you make the people you want to have work with you get uncomfortable. They're just like, AIDS tests, that's government propaganda, fuck that. Like, everybody that was working with this guy quit, and eventually people stopped working with him because he was so goddamn annoying. He was too creepy to do porn. Okay? Okay. We're just getting started. So,
what was he, licking the cum off of the other dude or something? How creepy was he?
it gets there. It gets there. But he starts another business. He's like, you know what? What does any good person do when they were part of the business that they love? They're not in it anymore. They try to find a way to rekindle it. He decides he's going to make his own sex toy. That's right. And he's going to manufacture himself. That's right. Homemade dildos this guy was making for everybody.
I'm interested.
Yeah. And he also started his own little escort service with the few other female porn stars that would talk to him. But here's what he decided to do, Carl. Listen to this pitch. He's like, listen, ladies, you're going to work for me, but you got to help me move these goddamn dildos. They're all in my garage. Nobody wants these things. So
you got to take them out one at a time. You know how.
Carl, imagine being a John going into a room with the prostitute. She's like, hey, remember the guy you took the money from out there? If you really want to get me off, you need to buy one of these dildos. This mold of his dick. And he was having them pitch his dick toys to Johns who were there to have sex with women.
How big was it?
I don't know.
I
Lucy.
swear.
God damn it, you never do the research that we need, Vinny.
So, I don't know. But here's the fun part, Carl. This business fades out, and eventually he gets rid of the women because they quit. So now he's giving handies. So now he's just like trying to make a living giving handies. And he realizes one day, he's in his trailer, and he realizes he's sitting there with an ice pack on his elbow, just thinking, there's got to be a better way. And he realized his true calling. Ladies and gentlemen, he went to a place called YouTube University, and he decided that he was to become a doctor. Now, the sovereign citizen approach didn't work in the porn industry. I don't think it translates well to the medical field either, Carl.
It might.
Nope, sure doesn't. Sure doesn't.
My dentist went to YouTube University.
Your dentist doesn't exist, Carl. So let's get a more recent picture. Oh, sorry. Wrong person. So this is him. This is him after he gets arrested. So he pivots, Carl, and he opens up his own medical practice in his trailer behind his house in a dirty, dirty lot. Would you like to see it? Okay. Let's see the trailer.
Contact 13 is giving you your first and exclusive look at the trailer in which Rick Van Teal allegedly had his medical practice. This is where everything went down. There's a surgical table that you can see right here in the middle of the trailer. Yep. It is surrounded by all manner of medical equipment, including syringes, a blood pressure cuff. There are shelves here that are covered with
unsold
pornographic
dildos,
materials as well as medical materials.
Yeah, there's porno and medical materials on the shelves. So here's a little bit more of what he had in there, Carl. You're going to enjoy this. He had all sorts of tools. Fuck it. He had tools to do open heart surgery on someone.
Oh.
He had all sorts of what do you call it, anesthesia and things like that that you shouldn't have. And then he also had a freezer full of guns for some reason that were all wildly illegal. So he starts advertising online as a holistic healer. He wants to do everything all natural. He's going to be the guy to help you when the medical community failed you. I don't believe in the government, licenses. And he explained to everybody that he did learn everything that he needed to know from YouTube. He didn't just watch one video, he watched it a couple of times. He made sure to point that out to everybody.
What you want to do when you perform heart surgery is remove the fluid.
Let's talk a little bit about what type of services he was providing for people. They ranged from abortions, circumcisions, castrations, root canals, tumor extractions, and something called ozone therapy, everybody. Now, ozone therapy involves needles injecting stuff into your muscles. Here's the other problem. He was also treating people with HIV.
What could go wrong?
And other STDs, as well as really depressed, sad people who really did have the medical system fail them, who had cancer and shit, who actually went to this fucking quack. Now, here's a medical expert talking about what he was doing with his ozone therapy blood machine. You guys are going to enjoy this.
Rick was telling his patients that through the use of ozone, he was able to treat all types of ailments and illnesses ranging from HIV all the way up to cancer. Rick was processing blood through this machine that had been used on other people who had other diseases and issues, and he was not cleaning it. So the blood that had these diseases and issues was going right back in his patients.
Yeah.
This guy rules.
I knew it would appeal to your libertarian side. But so there's an outbreak of hepatitis and AIDS, HIV, that came out of this guy's trailer. So that the Nevada State Medical Bureau and the Las Vegas Medical Department, Department of Health, went and found his trailer and they arrested him immediately. Probably 3 people at this point died from malpractice from this guy, and countless people ended up with other diseases just because they were in his dirty-ass trailer. Now, Carl,
so we're just making up numbers now, Vinny? Okay.
There's at least 3. There's at least 3, so that means more. How many did your guy have?
Listen, I'm not the one on trial here.
I was just asking you.
That guy's a serial killer.
Here's the thing that always seals the deal for a creep for me. When they're just not sorry. Let's see him in court. You guys want to hear what he had to say in court when he was facing the judge? I like this.
Can I ask you something? Have I done anything here worth killing me over? In your opinion?
Have I done anything that wrong? Have I done anything worth killing me over apart from sentencing other people to death with horrible diseases because they trusted me and I had a YouTube channel? So, Carl, I have good news for everybody. Would you like to know how this ends? Yeah. Motherfucker hung himself in jail.
All right.
I do happen to have another theory. I think he may have escaped and moved to Connecticut.
Holy shit, you're right.
All I can see is Helga Man every time I look at this person.
Yep.
So I think that means you should vote for your pal Vinny and Dr. Rick when it's time to vote on the creep off. Lucy, who did you think was creepier?
Oh, this was a rough one. I do love dildos, though, so.
Yeah, so he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he had very trustworthy eyes as well.
All right, everybody, Lucy Tightbox, give it up for her. Give it
Thank
up for
you,
her.
guys.
Thank you for joining us. Check out What's Over with Kaylee on YouTube. Now, Carl, I believe it is time for one of your absolute favorite segments in the world. Is that right?
Are we doing a cop cam?
I think we are. And I would like to invite 2 of our very good friends who are here to join us for the duration of the show, if they're into it. Dick Masterson, Bryan Johnson, come on up.
Let's hear it for him.
I just want you to do Blazing Saddles quotes up here. 12 Schnitzengruben is my limit.
Well, guess what, guys? I almost forgot.
I can't wait to see Karl's cop cam. Fight with the cops for no reason. Will you please show me
I thought
Karl's
people would
cop
like the
cam?
song.
Lose all your rights, ruin your life.
Now, a lot of times these cop cams, though, I enjoy. You have to deal with very drunk or entitled individuals who argue with the police and say they can't breathe and that they're going to sue the police department. They'll have their badge, and those are always fun. Today, we have a very different type of cop cam. We have a high-speed pursuit that's going through downtown Las Vegas, and things get serious very quickly. Go ahead and cue my clip one there.
Charlie 4 in pursuit of the suspect vehicle. It's going to be southbound Mojave. Shots fired, shots fired.
Copy, southbound Mojave from where?
Oh,
Be advised, shots fired, shots fired.
What's the location?
Southbound Mojave passing Bonanza. Black, shots fired still.
All right, not to be a bootlicker, but when a guy I'm chasing down is shooting a gun at me, I'm thinking like, wait, what's my salary to do this again? Are there other jobs that I could do probably that I'd be good at?
You could start up a whole like medical/porno business.
Right, yes. Could be manufacturing dildos in a garage somewhere. Why am I following this guy who wants to murder me? It's not good.
More people would ironically buy yours than his, I think.
All right.
Does it seem like he's playing up that driving for the camera a little bit? Like, oh, man, almost missed that one. Like, okay, dude. I'm sure it was that. I was like, I'm driving with my wife, right? She's like, oh my God, that guy's so close. Like, all right, calm down. It's not that close.
So he's following this guy. He's the only one pursuing him at this time, and so he needs some air support as this guy continues to fire at the police officer.
They have jets or something?
Give me the air unit. Shots fired, shots fired. Give me the air unit. Still southbound Mojave approaching Charleston.
Southbound Mojave approaching Charleston. Shots still being fired.
It's occupied 2 times. HMA. Driver's got a bald head, tattoos, black shirt. Passenger's got a white shirt.
Yeah, he's playing well.
Going westbound Charleston from Mojave.
Now, if I was this police officer at this point, I'd be like, all right, stop talking to me. I'm trying to concentrate here. I'm weaving in and out of traffic. This guy's shooting at me, and I got to give you descriptions of what color shirt he's wearing. Just give me a minute here.
His hairstyle. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Do you think it's a fade, or do you think he's naturally bald? I don't know. This guy's shooting at me. I'm driving very quickly. Yeah, it's very...
one hand. Is that procedure? Is that in the manual? One-handed driving?
If you're cool.
They don't have hands-free walkie-talkies yet? Is that, or they just don't know it's hands-free?
At this point, though, you're right, Karl. The only thing they need is a license plate. They're in the car. The guy hasn't gotten out of the car yet.
He's also shooting constantly. Right. That could be...
We have an APB out on Yosemite Sam.
All right, so now this guy you just saw, he just turned down the wrong side of traffic. He's driving into traffic now, and the police car continues to tail him and try to keep up with him.
He should have like a therapeutic, like rock music should kick in to like soothe his nerves.
You need some AC/DC when you're doing this.
Yes.
I say brown noise.
6 away from laundering. Still westbound Charleston approaching 28th.
Okay, well, at least he corrected.
He's got the seatbelt alarm going? Oh my God.
Got one more unit. I've been shot at.
Are you injured? contact with the air unit following the vehicle. We want to try to combine channels. As for Charlie 1, are you injured?
It's Charlie 4,
Nagging.
not injured.
Okay, copy. 6-1, I'm going to switch over to D-Tech so we can...
Watch out! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired again!
So the other patrol car shows up, and they just immediately start shooting at that guy. He was driving a little too close. I don't think he got the memo. This guy's trying to murder cops right
I would
now.
kind of be annoyed if I was the first cop. I'd be like, I put in all the work, all the driving, and now you show up and then just cut in front of me.
Oh, you're going to be at the press conference too? Right. Fuck off.
Was it just me? Are you injured? Are you injured? Are you injured? Hey, I'll let you know.
Right.
I got my hands full right now. Thank you. And then you click the button. No, I'm fine.
Yeah. When my shoulder gets shot off, I will be complaining about it. Don't you worry.
They really set these guys up for failures. You've got a siren in your ear like a smoke detector waking you up in the middle of the night. Yep. And then a seatbelt alarm going off. Like, if you're in a high-speed chase, it should kick in with, like, Mozart or something.
The only thing they're missing is a smoke detector chirping at you every minute.
Yeah. What is...
People are offended by that? What just happened?
You talked about a guy...
The audience of the creep-off is offended by your...
I was going to say, you talked about a guy, like, disemboweling his own mother, and everyone's like, ah! But a smoke alarm chirping? Too much.
That's too far, right? You're right. My bad. Thanks for keeping me in check.
Over the line.
All right, so at this point, this cop, and I didn't realize this was the police procedure for this, he goes, oh, if we're going to start shooting at each other, I could do that too. So his gun comes out in this next clip.
Finally.
Going northbound eastern from Charleston. Hey, back up! He's shooting.
We got a real hero cop up there.
Oh, what the hell is this shit?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Fucking juggling a gun while he's driving? Like McNuggets?
Oh, there we go. Get off here. All right. And he's not left-handed, as you can tell. He was like trying to do left-handed. He's like, I can't pull this off.
I assume it's as hard in real life as in GTA, shooting while you're driving, because you can't, like...
I can do it with a mouse, but not a PlayStation controller, you know?
And
it's one of those
someone's
things.
cocaine delivery's late, you know? Yeah, right. That's the real victim in all
this. You better have a
this.
good excuse.
Where the fuck is my Coke? I ordered it 30 minutes ago.
All right, my clip number 5, it is on.
Yes.
Through the windshield? What the fuck?
Is that insane?
Who trained this guy?
Yeah, forget saying, is it procedure?
I had no idea this is what you're supposed to do. Just start shooting through the windshield in traffic.
He's covering his eyes with his other hand.
To be fair, it is hot here, and if you roll down the windows to do it, you're gonna let all the AC out.
That's true. Yeah, good point. So this guy's got some balls, because you saw he was keeping his distance while this guy was shooting at him. He decides to get real close and get his kill shot in. Watch this clip.
Did he do all... How many shots did he get off? Half of his...
That was like 5 right there.
Yeah, that's 5.
At a delivery truck, traffic going the other way. What the fuck are you doing, man?
It's like fucking U-Haul. That's somebody's furniture.
It says Reckless is Boogie 2988. What the fuck?
The call is coming from inside the house.
All right. Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Missed. Okay.
Watch this right here. This is crazy.
Okay.
Remember, there's a passenger with a gun.
Holy shit.
Oh, this is pretty crazy. The balls on this cop is second to none. I have one more clip to see how this ends.
And then the seatbelt kicks in.
Safety
He's
first.
all the way across his body. Yeah, there.
Yeah, you gotta reload. Oh, those guys are fucked.
Very graceful, trained reload.
Thank you, good night.
Hey, you might want to take cover. Oh, there you
The other
go.
one's up there. Hey, the other one right up there.
So that's how the video ends. One of the guys gets out and starts running after that. This cop had some serious balls to walk right up to that car and just start putting rounds into it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That fun one,
And he comes back and says, well, he was shooting at me through my windshield. And they're like, okay, what if we look at the tape? He goes, you know what, I quit. I don't have to take this shit
I
from
was
you,
actually able
Captain.
to dodge them very quickly.
You weren't shooting out? Never mind. I'm done.
Doesn't that change like the direction of the bullet the second it hits the glass?
A windshield? I don't know. You think so?
Yes.
Did they teach that at the academy?
Let go of the wheel.
Okay. I'm very impressed by that cop. Las Vegas, nice work. Las Vegas PD.
Yeah. This place is fucking crazy. This is a crazy place. Get out while you can.
That was a good cop cam video because like 90% of the ones that I watch are belligerent middle-aged white women who are drunk and get pulled over, and they're like, "I'm not arrested."
You're arrested.
You're arrested. Yeah, I'm gonna sue you.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my dad. Just you wait.
Yeah, I don't know why the cops don't shoot them.
At least wing them. Teach them a lesson.
I feel like you should be allowed to wing at least one person per shift. It's a hard job. You need perks. So, Carl, one of the things we like to do whenever we do a live show is do a lot of talk about the city that we're in and learn a little bit about it. And today I would like to present to you the Creep Off Las Vegas Scum Parade All-Stars, everybody. Are you excited? All right. So I am going to introduce you to our first person.
Oh, can I transition into this bit?
Sure.
Watch out for the Scum Parade. Oh no, it's the Scum Parade. Look out for the Scum Parade. Making Vinnie's day.
Folks, I would like to introduce you to this lovely gal. On the morning of August 27th of last year, police responded to a disturbing scene outside of a cremation and burial service. They found a deceased person lying face down next to a casket in front of the building on the street.
Pedestrian's like, is this yours?
So surveillance footage revealed a woman breaking into the place where they had a showing of that body the night before. This person snuck in, broke a window, came in, grabbed the casket, and I'm trying to pull up the picture, and I did this the wrong way, so sorry, guys. 1 second. They caught her on camera. Yeah, I totally fucked that up. Sorry. Who cares? They caught her on camera with
You can
the body.
imagine.
For no reason.
Imagine with the dead body. In
Yeah,
front of the-
right.
She didn't open the door. She smashed all of the doors again and then opened them. Wheeled the thing outside, dumped the body out of it, tried to get away with the casket, and then realized, fuck, I don't need a casket, and just walked away like nothing happened.
In her defense, she didn't know there was a body in it because caskets are heavy. You really can't gauge that, whether there's a dead person in it or not.
You would think you would realize that before you start moving it because it is extra heavy.
You would think.
Yeah, well, she didn't.
Do you think it's harder for creeps to get rid of bodies these days because they keep getting fatter?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm so fucking fat, dude? I don't want a creep to get me.
Yeah, I want to be difficult to murder and get away with.
It's
fridges are
easier
getting
to
bigger.
kill the fat ones. It's harder to get rid of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the logic that we have to figure out here. So on October 24, she pled guilty to 1 count of burglary, grand larceny, and disturbing human remains. Let's meet our second creep.
Hold on a second, though, Vinny. She had an excuse for this. She had a reason.
Oh, yeah, Carl.
It literally says in the article that she had 6 beers that day. Could you guys imagine drinking 6 whole beers? I mean, what would you do? Probably go fucking crazy, right?
I would think half this room is 6 beers in already, let alone.
I couldn't believe it said that. I'm like, that's an excuse for stealing a dead person?
Did she know the dead person? Like she lost an argument with them before and then got 6 beers and is like, I'll fucking show you. Who...
She said she was blackout and forgot she did it.
Well,
and then they showed her
okay.
their surveillance and she was like, oh yeah, that's me. Yep, all right, guilty.
Sorry, guys. I broke it into shit before, she said. So our second creep today, let's bring him up. This is Myron Bully. Now, Myron worked at a gas station in Las Vegas, and there was a gentleman who came in and bought some nachos. And, yeah, and this gentleman was getting a little too much cheese. A little too much of the nacho cheese, and Myron over here is a conscientious employee at his job. He said, sir, you're taking too much cheese. And the guy kind of said, I don't fucking care. I can take as much as I want to. Exactly. Well, tell that to Myron. Because Myron proceeded to beat the ever-loving shit out of the man.
So is this a creep or employee of the month? I'm confused. What are we doing?
Agreed. So police show up. Here's the fun part. Police show up, and they find the man who bought the nachos twitching on the ground in front of the gas station in the parking lot. Yeah, and the cop is trying to figure out what happened. And they go and they look at Myron, who's working there, and he goes, and he goes, well, if this happened here, do you have security cameras? And he's like, I don't know. Well, can you call someone and see if there's security cameras? He had to call his manager in. And the manager shows the cops the security footage. And what it shows is not only him beating the shit of him inside of the store, the man stumbled out into the parking lot after taking a salacious beating. Myron went behind the counter and grabbed a bat, followed him into the parking lot, and fucking swung away.
This is the Aaron Judge of gas station attendants. He did not miss.
He cracked open a dude's skull with a bat because, quote, he was talking shit when I told him he had too much nacho cheese.
This guy looked like Reginald Denny when he was done with him.
Now, when I read this, I started thinking about all the rumors you hear about how back in the day in Las Vegas, like, if you were a tourist, you don't want to fuck around in this town. And I think it's still true today. Don't fuck around while you're here. Act right, everybody, okay?
I'm going to worry about this one with the fucking nacho cheese. She's already ready to fucking steal all the nacho cheese. Be careful. Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah. All right, this is our next creep today, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what you didn't say? I'm sorry. I just want to fill in one detail that I thought was interesting from this article. This guy was slugging the other man with a baseball bat so hard that he sprained his wrist. He's on the 10-day DL from hitting this guy in the head with a baseball bat.
He was charged with attempted murder, actually.
Yes.
So he is in prison. We're going to meet this. Oh, man. Why am I doing it this way? Here we go. I'll get there, guys. I promise you.
Now, you guys have done this for a long time. Do you know what they did based on their mugshots?
Would you like
what
to
does this say to you?
You want to take a guess on this one, Dick?
I don't. For some reason, everything in me says pedophile just based on this show, but I really hope it's not. Something with a bathroom, maybe poop, hiding in a toilet or something.
No.
She looks like she's getting away with something. That's why I said
She
that.
didn't get away. She didn't get away with shit. This is Kimberly Marika Johnson. She's 43. She was arrested and charged with attempted murder and arson following a violent outburst that began over a dinner bill. According to the Las Vegas police, the incident started at a place called Jerry's Nugget. Now, she was on a date with a guy, and they showed up, they have dinner, and when it's time to pay, the guy she was on a date with only had a $5 bill in his pocket.
Oh, it's a dick move.
It is a dick move. So Kimberly here gets a little revenge, and I don't blame her. What she does is she tells him, motherfucker, if I'm paying for this, you're walking home. So, yeah, Kimberly said, fuck you, go walk home. So the guy does. He lives 2.5 miles away from the place. He gets home, and he's like, fuck, at least I got a free dinner. He's laughing about it, I would imagine. And then he starts hearing a knock on the door. And a splashing noise near his window and front door. When he opened the door, he found that Johnson had doused the area with gasoline and was attempting to set his house on fire. He slammed the door shut just as she repeatedly, reportedly lit the flame. Police say Johnson then took a hammer, smashed out his front windows, and threw a flaming purse through the opening, igniting the fire inside the residence. The victim was able to escape without injury and later told police that Kimberly appeared to be on meth. That's what he
Drugs
told
are
them.
bad.
Oh, that's
you
the
shouldn't
smile.
do drugs.
All right. Now it makes,
math, that
now
makes
it
more
makes
sense.
Yeah.
Meth.
I'm telling you, crystal meth needs a better publicist.
Yeah, my first date story's nothing like that, man.
Your first date story's not like that?
Not even close. No arson.
You
Nothing.
brought money with you?
Yeah, I brought more than $5.
She was going to burn the fucking guy's house down. Amazing. Now,
I've watched tons of videos on YouTube, and there's one thing that you don't do. If you bring a black woman to dinner, you pay. You pay. And not only that, you buy her kids' dinners, too. Otherwise, they will flip the fuck out on you.
She can take your leftovers home with her.
all right, this next guy, he's a Las Vegas royalty. This handsome young man. His name is Mason Melton.
Ooh, it's a Melton in Vegas.
Yeah. In
I wonder.
2017, he was 16 years old, and he was arrested and charged with multiple felony offenses, including sexual assault, kidnapping, and possession of child pornography. The charges stemmed from allegations that Melton had raped at least 4 classmates, with incidents reportedly occurring both on school grounds and at his father's house.
What grade was he in at that time?
Well, he's
16 years
Billy
old.
Madison stuff.
So 9th grade, 10th
9th
grade.
or 10th, yeah.
He was held back for 3 years.
So, not only did he sexually assault these poor teenage girls, he took pictures of them and tried to blackmail them into not telling anybody he did it. That is the child pornography charge.
Sounds like you went to school with a bunch of prudes. Is this thing on?
Go back to your smoke alarm chirping material.
So, before these charges, now we're talking about a 16-year-old. Before these charges, he had a history of disciplinary issues with the Clark County School District, including a suspension at age 9 for sexual harassment. Are there horny 9-year-olds running around this town too?
Apparently.
So he also was released in August of 2022. So he spent 5 years in prison. Now he's an adult, and they let him out into the public. And good news, everybody, he's back behind bars because he violated his bail probation because he had a knife in his car, a second cell phone, and he was stalking women online. Mason Melton, everybody. You guys let him back out. Good job.
How does a serial rapist have such great hair? Like his hair cutter person must be
His hair cutter person.
amazing. You know?
Out of curiosity.
He's doing that for them.
Yeah,
He doesn't have to do that.
I think you'd find one chick that was into him.
Yeah. It does look effortless for the mugshot. It really does. I want to find out,
feathered.
any parents here? Where are the parents by applause? Parents? All right, you're not going to like this one.
You were right.
Dick, you're not going to like this one either. This is Joanna Boyd. She is 39 years old, and she has been arrested.
She ate something she wasn't supposed to. I could already tell.
She was trying to. So she decided to pretend to be a child protective service worker in an attempt to kidnap a 3-week-old baby from the parents. This is one of the ballsiest stories I have ever read. She called the police herself, claiming she was a CPS agent responding to law enforcement, requesting assistance for an emergency pickup of a newborn. Officers responded to a residence near North Las Vegas Boulevard, where she presented what she claimed was a court order authorizing her to take these people's 3-week-old baby. The cops are looking at this going, you realize this is like a Chinese food menu, right, fatty? And the parents had met this woman on Facebook because she had responded to an ad where they were trying to like sell some newborn stuff that they didn't necessarily know that they need it.
She didn't read the whole thing. It was just for sale, newborn, and then it cut off. That makes sense.
Right, and then for some reason she decided to get the law involved. Like, isn't it easier just to steal the baby out, try to steal the baby out of a fucking stroller than to fake paperwork?
I don't know, Vinny, how easy is it to steal a baby out of a stroller?
Or do it like any decent person does. And
7
just
out of 10.
Cut them out of the womb.
Right, yes, we've read those stories as well.
Yeah,
This is why the Nick Ricade approach is always the best. Fuck you, you're not real. This isn't valid. I need to see a warrant. Get off my property.
That's true, yes.
She's been charged with attempted kidnapping, forgery, impersonating a public officer, possession of a stolen vehicle. That's what got her caught, by the way. She stole someone's car in Southern California and drove it there to do this.
And then this article turns into a whole instruction manual for how to not have your baby stolen from you by fake CPS agents, as if this is happening all over the place. Yeah. And everyone's that retarded.
It turns out all you need is an Apple tag.
Yes.
Just Apple tag your baby. You'll be fine. Now,
what was she going to do with this newborn baby? What do you do with those?
I don't know.
What a horrible thing to ask.
So many answers.
I'm looking at her. I'm guessing sauteed or grilled. Is that what they do? They sell them on the black market? Okay. Well, that's a very valid guess. All right. Let's meet our last creep-off Las Vegas All-Star.
Was this guy trying to do a handsome mugshot? Like he wanted to be the handsome mugshot guy on Twitter?
He's like, do another one. Let me try a different face.
Yeah, he's got the duck lips going.
It's
for sure.
amazing. Aaron made both of those faces. Holy shit, you're right. So this guy is Philip Matthew O'Reilly. He's 37 years old, and he just pled guilty recently, admitted in court that he murdered, this is Cheryl Bernard, his longtime girlfriend. She's the mother of 3 children. So in September of 2021, O'Reilly savagely murdered this woman with their dog's leash and his own hands. Now, here's the fun bulleted points from this story. Her 11-year-old son was told by O'Reilly to retrieve the leash and then bring his mother ice packs after he was beating her. Her 14-year-old daughter was instructed to watch over the younger children in another room during and after the assault. That night, O'Reilly took her children, these are not his kids, packed them up in a U-Haul and drove them and moved them to a new house. On the way, they disposed a mattress and a box spring in a dumpster. So this was all that the police had to go on for this case for quite a while. They end up arresting him, and while he's in prison, he's another one of those guys who's got to talk. Mm-hmm. He's got to start telling people stuff. And this guy, this is what makes him the creepiest. He tries to hire a hitman while in prison. You know who he wants to kill? The kids.
The witnesses. That's how you get away with murder. Way more murder. It makes sense when you think about it.
That 11-year-old and that 14-year-old were going to talk. They were going to tell everybody that I murdered their mom with the dog leash. What am I supposed to do? So he ends up getting caught trying to hire a hitman from prison. And he has pled guilty, and he is now going to be sentenced in June.
Do you charge extra to murder children or less? Do you think it's
I was
easier,
thinking that too, right?
But then again, there's the moral thing. You're like, oh.
But the someone who would do it is probably a disreputable hitman.
Right.
So he's working at a discount rate also.
But he's also looking for that payday, and he probably figures other hitmen will say no.
We should have a consultancy.
We should, yes, we definitely should. Don't go to a hitman directly. Work through us. We'll find the right solution for you.
Oh, I thought we were working for the hitman.
That's what, we're
going to real estate it. I'll work for the hitman. You work for the agent. We'll really get them. We'll milk them both.
6% either way.
He got his hitman off a Groupon, I think.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like a black Superman, doesn't he? Like Clark Kent going on. I don't know why. Well, no.
Well, for some reason he had $20,000 lying around to hire this hitman. So I don't know what he does for a living, but
I mean, he was able to find a new house on the fly.
Yeah, it's not nothing.
He left the body in the old one or whatever the fuck. So those are our Las Vegas Scum Parade All-Stars. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Karl, I'm really excited for our next segment.
I have not seen any of this yet.
Stand back. There's our pedo hunter coming through. Let's rock.
We are going to watch some incredible pedo hunter videos. Now, Here's the thing that's been going on. Those of you who are listening to the show, because we're releasing this to everybody, we are cutting off the show here for you now. This part of the show we cannot put on YouTube, so we will be having this behind the paywall for our patrons and those of you who support the show.